Micah, there's so much to dive into, but let's start easy. How are you watching the show right now? Are you watching it alone? Are you watching it with friends, family? What's the deal?
Yeah, I think, watching the show and, seeing how everything plays out, it's been really emotional. So I've definitely been surrounding myself with friends and family, just taking each wave as it comes.
Yeah. How drastically has your life changed since the first episodes have aired?
Sorry.
Take a minute.
I'm really happy for the experience, and, I definitely fell in love, and that's what I came there for. But, it's just been hard kind of watching how things played out, on the screen, and, kind of how people are reacting. And the last thing that I want is like sympathy or anything, but it's still, emotional for me. So I just kind of get emotional sometimes when I think about it, or obviously I have to talk about it right now. But
before the show aired, and you were made aware that there was some behavior that you weren't proud of, did you ever have a feeling, or did anyone ever tell you, like, hey, you might have these tendencies that come across maybe not so nice?
Yeah. When it comes to the things that happened with Kwame at the pool, I think there was nothing for me to say or do besides apologize. I think Kwame and I, and, I can only take accountability for myself, but I know it was extremely disrespectful to Chelsea and to Paul. Whether I was 10,000 tequila shots deep or not, it was, gross and hard to watch and inappropriate. But, as for, things that happen, in the lounge and stuff, it's, there's tens of thousands of hours that are, filmed. And, seeing, those moments is difficult. There's no context, which, is upsetting. And I think, I would feel the same way as the viewers watching that. I think when I'm really nervous, I laugh a lot, and I think it looks ingenuine and like I don't care, but it's really the opposite. I think two moments that stood out to me were definitely when I walked in, from having my conversations with Kwame and Paul, and, deciding that I'm just moving forward with Paul. And I remember I was so nervous and excited and scared, and I walked in and I wanted to talk to Irina, who is my friend, and I'm all nervous and laughing and stuff. And I think it comes across as I'm laughing at, Jackie being upset, but it was never that. I didn't know that she was upset. I feel terrible that I, wasn't aware enough to, be there for her and get out of my own head and stop worrying about myself and what's going on with me, and be there for her. And that just makes me feel, really just unaware.
You and Irina are still friends currently, correct?
Yeah. I think after everything that happened with Paul, I was unsure if we would continue to be friends, because, in the moment, everything's so heightened. I felt, so betrayed, besides what I was doing, which wasn't great either, but I felt so betrayed by, my friend. And so we took a step back, but Irina's always, tried to be a good friend to me, besides those moments. She does have a big heart. It's not being seen, but she does have a big heart. I think what the future has in store for our friendship, or what that will be, I don't know. But it is hard seeing, her go through this too.
Now, were you aware of the conversation she and Zach had when they first broke up, and she was telling him, I have this big crush on Paul? Did she later confess that to you, or did you only find out when that aired?
No, she confessed that to me. So the morning that we were to leave Mexico, she told me that she had talked on camera about having feelings for Paul. And I think she wanted to, I don't know if it was to warn me or to apologize or to share that maybe she was interested. I'm not sure. It all happened really fast. But I mean, I think it was an attempt to be honest. So she told me before I found out from anyone else.